Hello, everyone, and welcome to My Elevated Lifestyle. I'm your host, Amy Griffith. Thank you so much for coming back. Those of you who tune in every single week, and if you're new here, huge welcome. I'm super excited about today's episode. It's going to be full of tangible things that you can do for your business. I'm really going to be speaking to my friends who are in the network marketing space, like I am myself, but this will be full of all sorts of tips and tricks for anyone on any entrepreneurial business path, okay? And also, I want to apologize for the sound on the last ones. I'm getting your guys' messages of like, I can't hear you, like it's muffled, I don't know. We're really all on this journey together with this new technology, so we're closer, no mic, because I just don't think those mics are going to work with this. You are going to hear my dog, but he's just meant to be a part of it. I have an English bulldog. He's going to be snoring the whole time. If you're an OG, you know that's just kind of what happens in these episodes. So we're just going to go with it, and we're going to be good to go. So I also want to start this. I think it'd be really cute for every single time that I start a new book, because I'm a huge personal development reader and also fiction. Like I'm obsessed with reading, especially lately. I think just in the winter, I'm in Canada, so it's quite cold. I read extra. If I'm on a plane, I'm reading like crazy. Or if it's winter, I just love to read more and cozy inside. And I thought I'd show you guys the books that I read. I always share these on Instagram and tell you my honest thoughts of books that I'm loving, books that maybe didn't align with me, whatever it may be. Usually I love them. But I thought I'd show you guys my new read. So this one I just started this morning, Awaken Your Highest Self by Danny Morell. Love his work, love his content. Haven't been to one of his retreats yet, but I'd love to go one day. And I just know I'm going to love this because he really speaks to me. So very, very excited for this. And little life update for you guys. What's been happening? I'm in my baking era. So also if you follow me on Instagram, you guys will see my baked goods. What did I make this week? Maybe that can be another topic that I share is what is cooking in Amy's kitchen this week. And it's hilarious because I've always said I don't cook, I can't bake, I can't even make a batch of cookies. Like they never turn out. And then I changed my mindset on that and said, you know what? I actually want to get really good at just whipping things up. And look what happens when you just put your mind to something, you can do it. So last week I made homemade cinnamon buns. Insane. Could have sold like I could have a cinnamon bun bakery. Like those were insane. And I'm always making sourdough bread. I made sourdough everything bagels. And then I just made yesterday lemon blueberry sourdough loaf. And it's insane. So I've been baking. Tomorrow, my fiance Alex comes home. He's been in Chicago for a month for work, so I'm so excited to see him. And his birthday's coming up at the end of the month, so it's just perfect timing. Very, very excited for that. And I'm about to go into I just know it's going to be one of the best months ever. I've always said like April is always such an exciting, abundant, incredible month for me. And I don't know why, like that's when, like the past however many Aprils, it's when I got engaged. It's when I closed on one of my properties. It's when I promoted to the top 1% of my company. It's like, and this coming April, we have a huge company conference in Vegas, and I'm going to Australia, and I have yet to be in Australia, but I feel like there's a part of my heart and soul in Australia with business. Alex is from Australia. Like there's just so much in Australia that I'm shook that it's actually taken me this long to get to Australia. So I'm so excited. I'll be taking you guys on that trip with me, okay? On Instagram, at It's Amy Griffith is my main Instagram. That's where you're gonna see everything. So that's what's new with me. And now let's dive into this topic today. Okay, I have my little laptop here that I'm gonna be going through these notes for you guys. This will be a good note-taking one for you. So what I wanna share, I'm actually writing this, or I wrote this for my network marketing team's training tomorrow night, and I thought this is actually a perfect one to share with you guys because I really think it's going to help a lot of us. And I just feel like there's this collective energy, maybe not for you at all, don't let me speak this over you, but just this collective energy, and perhaps it's because I've been in business for a long time, is just missing those basics, like those basic building blocks that actually are the secret sauce. You know, everyone wants to know what's the thing that's going to make me really successful, what's going to take me to that next level, but it's actually the mundane, tiny, tiny little bits, brick by brick, building the business up, like that is it. Like that is the secret. And it's just people don't have the patience to put one brick on top of the other. They don't have the patience to do those little tiny things. They feel like it's not working, right? When you're doing it and you're not getting results as fast as you would like it just feels like it's not doing anything. But behind the scenes, it's literally doing everything. Like it's doing the most. So we're going to talk about those little bricks today with what I believe is just, it's your business plan. It's your system. It's what, if you implement this every single day, if you take this call, you're going to want to send this to your teams. You're going to want to, like, this is a tangible skills call that this is what I have built my business off of to the top 1% within my company, okay? And this is what I teach. This is what I do. This is it. This is what I started with. And of course, as social media changes slightly, as you know, in different seasons, there's different ways of sharing your products, your services, your business, whatever it is. Sure, like things are going to change a little bit. Absolutely, as they should. Like that's always going to happen as time changes, as AI comes about, all sorts of things like that. But at the end of the day, there's still a daily system that we need to have in place and be consistent within that to see the growth. Okay? So back to the basics, baby. Most people need a DMO. I'd say about 80% of us need a DMO. I need a DMO, something to keep me on track, something to tick off the box so that I know it actually happened. Give me that little dopamine hit. Like, it just makes me feel clocked in. You know, if I don't ever get moments of feeling clocked in as an entrepreneur, I feel very clocked out. I feel very vacation mode, which is also fun sometimes, but like there's a time and a place, right? I like to feel like I am checked in. I'm on zoned in. Like I have my time of being zoned in. I don't want everything like work and calls and all these things bleeding into personal life. Like I do like to have that routine and structure because then I just feel like it allows me to be present and so locked in business and in the zone when I need to be. I'm so much more effective and efficient there. And then when I'm off and I'm just present and in my life and dinner time or resting or whatever, I can fully be there because I know that I've been locked in all week. Like I've been locked in all day. I'm good. I don't have that guilt of like, should I be doing more? You know, when people are like, there's always more to do. Should I be doing more? I feel guilty resting. I don't. I don't feel guilty resting. I used to, but I don't because I'm using my time as I should. Like it's effective. When I'm working, I'm working. When I'm not, I'm not. And then I don't feel guilty because, and it's not always perfect, okay? Of course, that's tricky. Like, things are going to happen. You're going to get an email that, like, takes away the whole entire day that you need to focus on. Things are, like, family life is going to happen. Things are still going to happen. Not every day is perfect by any means. But I think having the intention of this is the schedule that I'm really going to, the best that I possibly can abide by, you will get into that routine and you're going to feel more on top of your day before it fully takes over you. Right? So most people need this, a checklist to stay on track. And I'd say like 80% of us, 20% of us probably won't thrive with this at all. Honestly, like if you're listening to this, I know some people on my team, like I give them a checklist and they despise it. They are like, literally never, you get a checklist away from me. And if you are thriving and crushing it and you are on your A game, you're doing the best of the best of the best work without a checklist, do that, right? Like don't do this just because I'm saying to do it. Do what makes the most sense for you. And I'd actually do the opposite. For some of you, you guys actually need to just allow yourself to work, like give yourself an hour, set the timer, whatever, see what happens, like see what magic you create, and then go make a list of all the things you did. But don't just go free flowing and I'm just going to work for an hour and then you've spent the whole time scrolling, you made one piece of content, you haven't spoken to anyone, you didn't actually build your business, and not be aware of the activity that you have or haven't done, because then you're kind of just kidding yourself. Like you'll think you're working, but your business will never move and you'll be like, why? I'm doing my work hours and whatever. But you're not. So I would just do the opposite, where after you have your work sesh, go and write out your to-do list after, or already done, my done list. This is all the stuff I did, so you can see a visual and actually say, okay, this is a pretty consistent system for me. Good to know, right? Good to know. And also something you can hand to your team so that they can duplicate, because the reality is, again, 80% of people are going to need a checklist. They're not going to be like you, just on the fly, so creative, living that fairy life of I can just, everything's gonna, I'm just going quick, quick, quick. Most people are gonna need a system, right, to work off of. So it's just really important to have it. And for me personally, like I love my DMO majority of the time, like most days out of the month. And then there's some days or sometimes where it's just like I despise it. I just don't want to do it. And that's okay. That probably means I just need a switch off moment. But most of the time, I absolutely do need it. And I also notice how much more my business thrives when I have a clear DMO and I'm doing those little extra things that usually fall through the cracks. If we're being honest, if I don't have that checklist, things are falling through the cracks. Like I'm not doing them all. And it reflects in my business when I'm doing my DMO every day. I'm sponsoring every single day. My clientele is growing like crazy. Like my numbers are up when I'm in activity. And it also boosts my energy. Putting myself in that state of activity, doing that work, ups my energy, ups my vibration. I'm a better leader. I'm going to coach my team so much more strong because I know I'm actually doing those things that I'm telling them to do, right? Where if you're not, there's a disconnect and people do feel it. Even if, even if you're masking it, like people can tell when you are doing that work or when you're not. Okay, so first things first, choose your office hours. What works best for you? Start with one. If you are like, I am in the busiest season of my life I've ever been in, but I really, really want to build my business right now, start with 1 hour a day. When can you fit it in? Maybe you have to split it up, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Whatever you need to do, you guys need to pick when your office hours are. Right now for me, mine are 12 to 5 p.m. roughly. Today I started at like 1:30, whatever, right? I have my own personal morning, I do that. And then afternoons just make sense for me to work because that's usually when, I don't know, I've been feeling like working at that time. There's been other seasons where I try to get my whole DMO done before noon. That was really, really great for me. I'm just in a different season now. Whatever, right? And I also I do this full time. So don't try to feel like you need to have a 5 hour, straight work session. You don't. That just is what's working best for me right now. Some of you guys, it might be, 9 to 10, 9 to 11. That's going to be your prime time. You're a night owl. Everyone's in bed. Like that's when you're going to do your best work. Some of you need to start getting up at 5 a.m. because you're like literally the day, like it's crazy. It's so, so, so crazy. Okay, time to get up earlier, right? Like whatever you need to do, figure it out and do that because having that is just going to give you this consistent routine of, okay, this is when I'm starting this. This is when my workflow starts and you can kick things off and you can begin. And it's going to turn more into a habit rather than just kind of like finding whenever you can in the day. You want this to become just a natural habit that at 7 a.m. or at noon or at 8 p.m., whenever it is for you, your body starts to get used to, we work the business now. This is when it's go time. And that's what you want to get to because then it becomes so much easier to do. You'll naturally just start to do it. So this is when you have like your CEO hat on, you guys. A CEO of a company, a massive business owner, multimillionaires, they don't just go with the flow. Like they have a schedule, they have their hours, they know where they need to be and when they need to be there. It's not just a guessing game. So you guys need to treat your business with the same respect. Don't treat it like a hobby where you're just doing it when it's fun and when it feels right to do so. Like there does need to be that structure within it. And then you can bring the creativity and the fun and the flow in your conversations, in your work, in your content creation, whatever, right? That's when you can start to bring that in. So let's see. Oh, another little tip for you guys here. Treat it like a job. If you, and I'm assuming most of you understand what it is like to be an employee, that's the world I came from before this. I understood clocking in, clocking out, having a task list. Treat this the same because if you treat it the same, like you guys are going to work and showing up for your boss all day, give yourself that same level of respect. Be a great employee to yourself. You are your own boss. We're out here acting like no one's our boss. You are actually your own boss. So show up for yourself. Give yourself that same respect. Be disciplined to it just like it's another job with that level of dedication. And things are really going to change. That's when it's going to start to become a business because you're going to build that habit of actually showing up for it rather than treating it like a little side hustle, a little side hobby, a little thing over here that you kind of do sometimes. Like that's never going to pay you like a business, obviously, if you treat it like that. So there's that. Okay. focus on your actions over your results. That's kind of the whole point of this, is to stop getting so tied up in wanting results, wishing for results, hoping for results. But you're spending so much time in that headspace that no energy is going into what actually matters, which is the work and the activity. So we want to swap that around, stop stressing about your results, have a goal, know what your goal is, and then let it go. Boom, let's get into activity. That is your focus. That, at the end of the day, you guys, if you doing your activity the best that you can, regardless of what your results are, you're going to feel amazing. I'm telling you, it's foolproof. You are going to feel so good when you show up for your business with that discipline, with that excitement, that intentional work and focus of just doing the activity. You are just going to feel so much better. And then because of that, you're going to go to sleep at night, proud of yourself, happy. I did it. I followed through with my word. You're going to wake up the next day. You're going to do it again. You're going to feel even better. Okay, we're on a roll. Keep doing that. You don't even care about the results because you're just happy that you're following through with what you said you were going to do. That's so important. Then the results come. And doesn't that make so much more sense? Because you're actually putting in the actions you need for results to be able to come. Okay? So you guys, let's get into your DMO. I want to give you a daily DMO with what I would highly recommend you do every day. I'm going to give you weekly tasks and even monthly tasks, okay? And I'm just going to break it down for you guys the way I do this for my business, okay? So I would say your daily method should have like 6 to 10 things to do. Make it suit you, okay? I'm just talking about myself and my business. Make it make sense for you, but 6 to 10 things, like, very crucial, okay? And have a bare minimum of to do. The thing with your bare minimum of to-dos on this list of your DMO, your bare minimum is meant for the days where you just like can't. Like you're just really getting by that day. You don't have anything extra in the tank to give. It's just not one of your days. But that DMO, that bare minimum, gets done, okay? But that's not what you're doing every single day. This is also a big trap of people who are like, I do have a DMO and I am doing it every day and I'm doing it. They're literally just checking the box to get by. They're not doing it with inspired, intentional action on a mission vibe of building something up. Remember, you are an entrepreneur. You're getting paid for your effort. So I would recommend putting in the effort, right? Like putting in that activity that's really intentional. So have that base minimum just for yourself so you know that your business is getting a little bit of love every single day, even if that's all you can give it. But then go crazy. Like today, I have a thing where I aim to post 3 trial reels every single day. I think I posted like 6 or 7 today. So when I'm on a roll and I'm just doing it and I'm in the flow, I'm in the creative flow, I'm enjoying it, it's just like getting spit out. I'm not going to stop at 3 because I said I was going to do 3. That's my minimum. Like that's definitely getting done. And then let's continue to create because we're here and we're going and let's go, right? So don't just stop at that number of the numbers that you give yourself. Keep going. Okay, so yes, have your base. Yes, okay. I'm going to give you 6 things. Number 1, personal growth, 30 minutes. For me, that's reading my book, and then I listen to podcasts in the car, usually. So if it's podcasts, personal growth podcasts, business building, mindset, money mindset, things that are actually going to help you grow your business and make more money in your business. Very important. I love reading. I really think it just lands so differently. There's no time to procrastinate. I can't read and do something else, so I just feel like it like really becomes a part of me when I read a book. So whatever works for you, Audible while you're walking, like whatever. Personal growth is absolutely non-negotiable. Nobody can skip that one, okay? Personal growth, that starts you off. And I put that as the first one because it's going to be great for that to kick things off for you. Number 2, outreach, reaching out. This is your networking. This is you reaching out to new people, talking to new people, making new connections. You're expanding your network. And I base this off of how many people can I add into my contact list, whether it's a physical, whether it's online, if you're just, flagging conversations. I do that on Instagram just to kind of keep track of my conversations about business and who is within that. And I also write them down in a notebook because this helps me with follow-ups, which is number 3. And I've gone away from actually tracking that and just kind of going with the flow and just getting into conversations, especially when there becomes a lot. But that was the worst thing I ever did because so much fell through the cracks that I couldn't go back to because it was kind of, once it was gone, it was gone. Where there's so many times the best business partners come into my business from months of watching me, and we reconnect and follow up. But if I forget or I don't have them written down and I can't go back, then, that could be someone who falls through those cracks there. So yeah, that outreach, that connection, that could be a new ask, sharing what your business, what your products or your services are. And again, just expanding your network with people that you are asking, sharing with, connecting with. So this is key. And I put this one first because it's like right after personal growth, boom, if you can, go straight into the outreach, talking to people. This can be, the scary thing. Do the scary thing first because it makes everything else so much easier, I'm telling you. And that's just the way to go. So doing those new connections, networking, growth, talk to people. All business is conversations. So talk to people you have on your list already that you haven't actually asked and you've been wanting to ask. Go do that. That's a part of this, right? Doing that outreach. Number 3, like I said, is follow up. So as your network grows, as these conversations grow, you're going to have to loop back to people. Timing is truly everything. A lot of people are going to need to watch you for a little while first, and that's normal, right? If you have that sales call, if you had connected about this or that, they were on this discovery call, but they haven't registered yet, but they're thinking about it. There's limiting beliefs. There's, their own life factors, the timeline that they're on. You need to be able to reconnect with them. So that's why you want to have your contact list clear and there so you can go back and follow up and reconnect with people when that timing is right. So this is important. It's professional. Again, if you don't follow up with people, they're probably going to go and be a part of someone else's program or join a different company, or they're going to it's multiple, the seed is planted and then it's multiple exposures. It's all the extra nurturing and then people join. That's just how it goes. So if you're not the one connecting and following up, they'll probably just be joining with someone else. So make sure you do that due diligence there. And then number 4 is social media posts. So if you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, there's so much. There's so much you could be doing. I post on all the platforms that I am on. So TikTok, Instagram goes straight to Facebook naturally, Threads, and I'll just post something. And I follow my give, grow, get method that I've been doing this for years. So I'll rotate through this. So one day I'm giving advice, a tip, some sort of value that people can actually use. And then I do a growth piece of content, so something that might have more possibility of going viral. Maybe it's, a motivational quote. Maybe it's, I don't know, something that is more likely to grow my community and get in front of new faces. And then get is sharing the business, sharing the products, a piece of content around that, maybe sharing the vision, having a call to action on it so people can learn more. That kind of content. And then I just rotate around those 3. I've always done that, pretty much sticking to that. And it just kind of hits all of the things I feel. So I do that on all my social media posts. Number 5 are your stories. Be on your stories, show up on your stories, show people your life, sell on your stories, talk on your stories. Being up and on your stories is really, really important. And I always love to touch a little bit on my business. People are going to see the products in some shape or form in my daily life. They're going to see just personal behind the scenes in my daily life as well. And ideally, I'm also giving some value while also sharing vision, right? Which can be through how I'm sharing my business, sharing vision at the same time, just consistently and constantly really reintroducing it, re-talking about it. Everyone, is so worried about being annoying, but it's the more annoying you are, the more you're going to grow and succeed. Because the thing is, people are not watching you as much as you are watching you. You are so worried about you. We're so in our own lives, but it doesn't mean other people are as obsessed with us as we are with ourselves. So we just have to remember that your consistency and showing that and being so present and being so proud of your business and your products. I think about Hailey Bieber, take her for example, with her skincare line Rhode. Obviously a massive, crazy successful company, of course. She is resharing posts of her skincare every single day, many, 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 many times over and over and over and over, and has for years since it launched. She does not care if people think she's annoying. You know, any big business owners, any big brands, like they're always sharing with, like the more they can share and talk and have touch points, the better. Like you should be no different. You should be that proud of what you're sharing and offering and keep reintroducing it every single day, because that is how you grow. That's how you get into more conversations. That's how you grow. Okay. And then number 6, connect with your team and clients. So as you start to build, as you step into leadership, having those connections where you can check in with new team members, you can schedule some calls, you can just engage, kind of be there, have those touch points. You don't ever want to let that completely go. Same with clients. Check in with them. How are you loving your products? Get some referrals, send some thank you cards. There's so much that you can do. Post in your VIP customer group if you have one of some sort. Whatever. Send out your emails, whatever you do, but those touch points, very, very important, so that when people do sign up with you and your business is building, you don't just completely forget those people who have joined. That's a continuous relationship and to continue to grow within your business. Those are 6 things. Again, add on more if you want, or make that work for you. Like I said, I do extra things like trial reels. Like there are extra things that I do for sure. And depending on what's going on in my business as well, like there's going to be certain to-dos that come up that need to get done that day. Oh, there's a sale going on tomorrow. Okay, I need to make these graphics. I need to do these certain slides. I need to whatever. And I will do that and make sure that that is a priority of the day, right? Things like that are going to pop up. But this is the stuff that's really going to grow your personal business. Weekly things, I would say like 2 to 4 things. So you don't need to really load it on weekly, but here are some examples for you guys. You can send out samples. That can be like a weekly thing that you do. You can host live, discovery calls. You can do a product event, some sort of event that you actually invite people to, that your team can invite people to every single week. Maybe that's a thing. I've been doing that this month and it's been really, really great. Loving it, with different leaders and I talking and sharing on these discovery calls. It's great for their leadership to start to build and grow. It's great for just that live connection and community and growth together, and just the speaking skills. Like there's so much good that comes from that. You can go live, right? On TikTok, on Instagram, whatever you want. Go live, share your story, how you started on this journey, what you love about it, sharing your favorite things. Maybe just a completely different topic just to create connection and community with people. That's amazing as well. Whatever it is, attending your team calls, that's like a weekly thing for a lot of people. Have that list too, and make sure that that's also getting nurtured, because those things are they could be a really good key kind of pinpoint, right? If you have a live call every single week that you and your team can invite people onto and host for them, more of like a masterclass style, that's really good to know. If that's on Thursdays, then maybe on Mondays your main focus with your outreach, with your follow-up, are invites to that event. Do you know what I mean? Like you can start to kind of pair the things up so that it makes sense and they all complement each other. And now you're creating this well-oiled machine where you kind of know what you're doing on what days, and that can be so helpful and just create some groundedness and stability, not only for you but for your team to kind of follow suit too. Monthly, I'm gonna have to stop this in a second and restart, I think, or my battery's dying. We'll see. Monthly, I would say like 1 to 2 key things. So don't go crazy, but you can have certain things. So maybe hosting an in-person event of some sort in your community at a new cafe or at a new location, I don't know, or at your home, whatever you want. Hosting something like that can be a great thing to do once a month. Doing a local bulk product order. If you have people around who have their eyes on 1, 2 things, maybe you can do an order, to your home where you can then deliver to them, or they can come pick up. Like obviously things like that you don't want to do all the time. You want to have proper customers, of course, but these are just little extra things that you can use as like a closing skill, or just an extra special thing that can help kind of boost you during the month as well, which is really, really great to have. So what I want you guys to do is have your list, your daily DMO, weekly, monthly, that is super basic. Have a basic one. You can take my template. I highly recommend it, or add on whatever you'd like, but I don't recommend removing much. That's why I shared it. And this is your basic template, right? And you can give this to your team. They can start to learn and grow from this. They can utilize this. If you think they won't listen to you, send them this episode and tell them that I'm telling them to do it. Like, it's just a great way to have this base. This is your system, right? We know that we cannot build massive, thriving empires off of how we feel that day, right? Even though I'm very much so in tune with my cycle, with the seasons, with how I'm feeling, I am so tapping into that feminine energy, like major, more than ever before. But I 1000% know and believe that feminine and masculine energy is within all of us. And as long as we know how to tap into both when we need to do so, we're going to have thriving businesses, thriving relationships, thriving personal lives, thriving all the time. Okay. But your system is your masculine. Having that in place, and it's actually going to allow you to tap into more feminine energy throughout your days in your personal life. Again, gives you presence in different areas of your life and in your work so that you can really be in your work and then tap into your creativity and your feminine energy and in your conversations and like workflow. Like it'll just feel so good. So yeah, don't rely on how you feel. You want to rely on your systems and really tapping into them. That's what's duplicatable. Your systems are duplicatable. Your systems are what is going to build up a thriving organization that people can come into, plug them in, and then they can work that system, right? So really, really important to do that. And yeah, take these lists and actually implement them into your calendar. So plug your office hours that you've decided on into your calendar, have them there. Weekly tasks. When are you doing that weekly event or weekly live or weekly whatever? Put it into your calendar. And I've actually started to do, I did this once, but I'm going to start doing it more, is on the weekend, usually on Sundays, I have been taking myself to a different cafe around the city or my favorite one, sitting down, putting on the timer for like 30 to 60 minutes and saying, okay, plan the week. How was last week? What's coming up this week? And I do, I schedule my workouts. I look at kind of what's coming up. What appointments do I need to do? What shopping needs to get done? You can do a little bit of a meal prep for that week if you want to get some recipes ready. You can also plug in your office hours. See what the week is like. Are you traveling? Are you around home more? Can you amp things up a little bit? Like actually look at your week and plan that out. Okay, this is when I'm going to do my DMO. This is when it's going to happen. And have that written down there and actually have those tasks and activities in your calendar so you know what's going on. And this is just so fun. It's like a little solo date or go with your team, go with your partner, whatever, and just sit down and get that done. And it's going to feel so good. You're going to feel so organized. It's going to make you excited to get up and start the week because you actually have a plan. Like you actually know what's up and you are being so intentional towards building your business up and building this lifestyle that you know you're about to have. So with this, you guys, the DMO, it's going to become so much more natural over time, but you need to give it the time of day. Like you guys know I love a 90-day cycle. I do believe a 90-day clear intention of I am doing this DMO at least 5 to 6 times a week. I love to give myself one day of just no schedule, no list. Don't look at my phone half the time on that day. I love that. Like I love that little day off. Maybe you don't want that and you just want to go full throttle 90 days. Whatever works for you, do that. You can do that. But know that this is just going to become more natural and just a part of your day, and your results will come along the way of you doing it. But you cannot give up, you guys. It usually takes, as you first start to do this and really start to step into your full potential with your DMO, truly each day, about 2 to 3 weeks. Usually 3 weeks is the point where people start to come back. Okay, yes, I'm interested. Okay, yes, I want to sign. Okay, yes, I'm going to sign up. I'm going to buy. And then people start to come in when you're actually truly consistent for those first 3 weeks. So do not give up in your first 3 weeks or even in your first 90 days, because the magic that happens in the stories I hear of people hitting that mark and then their business is just like a completely different beast. They're like, how did all this happen? But it's because your activity actually had the time to compound and turn into something. You are getting better with the practice. People are watching you. People are inspired by it. They're following suit. They're doing it too. Like so much comes from that. So with that, you guys, that is all for class today. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, please take a screenshot, share this episode, whether it's you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you guys are finding me. Share it with your teams, share it on your social media, tag me at My Elevated Lifestyle Co. or at It's Amy Griffith. You can find me on either one of those. And I just appreciate you guys being here and spending time with me every single week. I hope the sound's better. I hope the visuals are better. I don't hope, I know they are. We are all leveling up together, and I just appreciate your guys' constant love and support. And I'm wishing you an amazing day and week ahead, and I will see you guys on the episode next week. Bye.